And welcome everybody to another new year and to another Mark Bishop show. Lovely to have you back, and thanks for all the nice thoughts and comments. I'm glad you love our guests. Our visitors are wonderful people like this one, Valerie Greenburg. You've heard her before. Last time we talked, it was all about that crazy game going around. You remember calling the bingo blitz? Well, now she's got something very special to do with, peanuts. I don't know about that, but hey, Valerie, what's new? Happy New Year.
Hey, Mark, how are you?
Go ahead.
So I love that you remember our discussion about Bingo Blitz, and today I'm talking about something so exciting that you can actually utilize to really celebrate yourself and create some rest and relaxation and me time, which is Solitaire Grand Harvest, which is the leading solitaire game in the U.S. And right now, it's so in line with my number one resolution to prioritize my self-care and time for myself. Right now, they're actually teaming up with Peanuts. You remember Snoopy and the gang to deliver a unique experience this year. And it combines just nostalgic relaxation and gaming fun.
Wow. Combining up with old Snoopy's been around a long time.
Yeah, the partnership is with Peanuts, but his basically he has this winter harvest exclusive games within Solitaire Grand Harvest. So it really just warms my heart. Like whether you're sitting by the fireplace or you need to get away from screaming kids and you're 18 and up, you can utilize this to take the time for yourself to sort of escape from the real world for a few minutes.
Well, try and give me a visual overview of this. If we were sitting down now, anybody sitting down at the kitchen table by themselves or maybe by a fire, how does one play this? How do you go about it?
Sure. Well, you just download it on your smartphone. That's the nice thing. Like rest and relaxation is as close as your pocket is because you just grab your phone and you download it from the Google Play Store or from the App Store, and it's free. And once you do that, you're able to just take advantage of everything within it, which is so fun. Normally, the game is all about, building on your own farm, which is super cool and also just like therapeutic, I feel like. But this Snoopy experience is so fun because you've got snowmen and it just makes you feel like you're immersed within this iconic character. And the cool thing is this partnership goes through January 12th. So everything that you win, like the cool collectibles, can stay with you forever. So take advantage of playing the game now so that as you move forward, you can use these characters and these winnings in the future games.
So you can keep these winnings, right? But how do you keep them if they're in the phone? I mean, are they sent to you? How does it work?
Well, obviously it's a virtual game, but here's the thing. Like, so solitaire, for example, it's like you have your card and then do you know how to play solitaire? It's basically say you have an 8, you could either play a 7 or you could play a 9. So you either put a card that's above or below the current card that you see. And if you don't have any of those cards in your hand, you just take another one from the deck to see if your hand will be able to let you go up or down.
Right.
But the thing is, basically these characters or the collectibles that you win, as the game progresses back into its farm building mechanics, you can still use what you've won that are collectibles from this collaboration and include them in your future playing.
So they're like in the bank for future reference. I get it.
Exactly.
I wonder how many, solitaire players there would be in the whole of the U.S.
Well, this is the number one U.S. solitaire. It's leading solitaire game in the U.S. So it's literally like everyone is loving this. And it's perfect because you don't need other people around you. It's just about you, which is what 2025 in my eyes is about.
Right. Yeah. I mean, if you are by yourself, you don't have to be lonely. Pick out this game, download it if you haven't got it. Easy to do. I like the free bit, Valerie. That's good.
Absolutely.
Download it and start playing,
Yeah, and I also want to point out, a couple other resolutions. I think it's really important when you're setting these goals, because we all want to make them realistic. Don't overwhelm yourself by trying to prove something. For example, let's say you want to clean up your diet. Don't cut everything out cold turkey. Ease into the process slowly. Get organized by clearing out the holiday clutter so you can start fresh this year. And if you slip up on any of these resolutions that you make, don't get perturbed. just start again. Don't beat yourself up. Be kind to yourself.
Very, very sound words. Your book was coming out. How's that going on?
Yeah, I actually just picked the cover, and I'm so excited. It will be available for pre-order early this year, so stay tuned on that. But if you follow my Instagram, Val Greenburg, and my TikTok, The Real Val Greenburg, you'll be able to see all about it.
Good stuff, and I hope it's a winner for you without going right into it, right now, because we're on about this Solitaire Grand Harvest. Okay. And I mean, it is the leading solitaire game in the whole of the USA. I mean, it must be easy to do, to follow. The letters are big enough or what have you. The cards are big enough.
It's really self-explanatory. Like, if you're not a huge solitaire player, like, I recommend starting out with this because it'll ease you into it. Like, when I first started, I got super sucked in because I was like, oh my gosh, I haven't played this, since my grandma taught me when I was like a little girl.
Right.
And then it just comes back to you. And it's just like, when you're waiting in a line, when you want to decompress, I mean,
okay,
get to it.
Well, I remember as a little fella, my grandma taught me something called patience. Now, I got a hunch it's
What was it called?
Patience. You sit there, you pull a card out, and you try and go all the way across in the suits and what have you, but I think that's a different game. On the sounds of things, Solitaire's unique, isn't it?
Yeah, well, again, it's something that you can do on your own. You don't have to rely on others. And also, there's just so much going on right now, so it's nice to, take a break from the world and just immerse yourself in a little magical moment, and that's exactly what it is. It's escapism.
Now, Valerie, for those that aren't big solitaire players and need a little bit of help, are the rules explained easily?
Oh, very much so. And as a matter of fact, when you first start, they ease you into it. They tell you which cards to pick. So it literally, let's say you're dealt, you get a hand, right? In any card game. So you're allotted a certain amount of cards that are face up. And then there is another pile. And let's say it's an 8. You could pick, in your hand, you pick either a 9 or a 7. So either you can go one up or one below. But it's the game, it's geared toward learning quickly. So I highly recommend it. You're not going to be annoyed. Trust me that you can't figure it out. It's very self-explanatory. It's meant to relax and decompress and have fun.
Well, there you are, folks. You've heard it from not the jockey, but the horse. Mind you, she's not a horse. She's more beautiful, but there are some beautiful horses too. But hey,
and Snoopy's our favorite beagle.
Yeah, Snoopy, the beagle with the beautiful big ears. That's our superstar pop culture lifestyle expert on the Mark Bishop Show here today with this episode referring to Solitaire Grand Harvest, the number one leading game of solitaire in the U.S. at the moment. And tied up with Snoopy and good people. Just download it off Google. If you haven't go to your iPhone, go to Google Play Store or the App Store, and you can download it. It's free, and have some fun. Thanks, Valerie. Always coming up with something, Butte.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you.
All righty. We'll talk a bit later in the year, no doubt. Bye-bye.
For sure.